So when you talk to a customer today, a lead, a prospective lead, it does not mean they're going to buy from you today. But neither does it mean they're not going to buy from you. So what your job is as a person in the world of marketing and sales, especially marketing, is how do you transition someone from being a cold lead, someone you talked to for the first time today, into a person that has eventually bought from you over time. Now, in this video, I'm just going to talk exclusively about that, the process that you go through, moving a lead into a converted customer. Now, all it takes is a series of communication. Psychology has it that for someone to even begin paying attention to you, they need to have interacted with you about 8 times. 8 times. Now, the normal mindset of what most sales guys and marketing people do is the moment you talk to someone, immediately you just dive into, do you know what? This is what I do, buy from me. It doesn't work that way. Just picture it this way. If you are meeting a person for the first time, say you went to a bar and you met someone and immediately you're telling them to buy from you, how often do you actually get these people to buy? Truth behind every relationship is the person needs to trust you in order to be able to buy from you. So your job in transitioning someone from a cold to a warm lead and eventually a customer is what do I need to fill in across those lines. Now, for our case specifically, this is what exactly we do. First, number one, we are not trying to sell to this person. The first thing we're doing is getting them to understand who we are. And first, number one is get them to understand what problem we resolve. So say, for example, the person visited a certain page and filled in a form. Immediately they fill in that form, we're only sending them exclusively information about the problem they were accessing. Say they went to a page and on that page there was information about, as an example, how to prospect. I'm not going to hurry to give them monkey pesa. I'm first going to go ahead. The first message I send is going to be stuff with it. You know what? I noticed you are looking for some more information about prospecting. Check out this video. It can guide you and show you what different alternatives you have. More than likely, the person wouldn't mind. It's a problem I have. So I'm just going to, it's like you're giving me helpful information. But what that is doing is now beginning to drive the person closer to begin trusting you. After about a week, a couple of days, I'll send another message that given that you watched the other video and you clicked it, I noticed this help information might also help you quite a bit, because you know it's not just about the leads acquisition, but these are the other sectors you may also need to work on. What I'm doing initially is not to try and bombard this person with sales information. I'm trying to get them to trust me. So phase number one is I've sent about 2 or 3 messages concerning the problem. Phase number 2, that's where now I begin getting them to understand a bit about what we do. I'm not really pushing for what we do, but I'm just bridging that trust gap. That's where now I will bring in, say, an example, a success story of, you know what, check out some of the people that utilized our tools and look at their kinds of results. They had the same problem as you, but look at where they are now. So this alone is going to get the person to now want to inquire, okay, these guys, it seems they're actually onto something. Number one, they sent me things about my problem and their stuff was pinpoint accurate. Now, phase number 2, they're even showing me how other people used their solutions and they got a ton of results from there, include even things like phone numbers of people they could reference and talk to in case of such an issue. That now brings you to phase number 3. That's where you now propose that, you know what, I would why don't we meet and have a discussion, because based on what you have, I believe we actually would be a very good fit for you. But in order for us to get to understand that, I just want us to have that conversation. But that only comes after you have phased it out. So yes, whenever you're communicating with a cold lead, yes, it's very good to sell instantly, but it's very rare that someone just comes today and buys from you today. It's extremely rare. It doesn't happen. There is what they call a sales process. Unless you're selling bananas, which is a mainstream product. But for everything else, every other service you're selling, there is a pipeline that goes to it. And without you transitioning these people from cold leads into warm leads and eventually into paying customers, if you don't have that cycle properly working, then you're never going to be able to convert sufficient business. And among the tools we use our very own service, our Monkey Pesa automation tool. It can kind of just help you with the whole process, with the forms you need, the places where people embed, all the automation, so that you're not really doing all these follow-ups yourself. You literally just add the person's name, email, and it does a lot of the follow-up on your behalf, without you doing a lot of the suffering. So yes, in a nutshell, in case you'd like that kind of assistance and get to learn more, just drop me a DM and I'll guide you on how the Monkey Pesa tool can be in position to help you. But don't forget, at the core of whatever you're doing, no person just comes today and buys from you today. No, there is a process. So understand what that process is like for your case and embed it, put it into a marketing automation sequence and have it working for you. The difference in business over time is you just see it yourself. That's all from me, folks, today. Don't forget, I share a ton of content on sales and a bit on marketing. So if that's your kind of content, drop me a follow. Bye-bye for now.